morning everybody and welcome to another new video and a week at Oxford on break. I feel like this is kind of my first week of like official break because prior to leaving for Scotland, which is my last video, I was like working on my essay and everything, so yeah, the term had technically ended, but I was still like knee-deep in work. I hadn't really stopped from when classes was over. And then finished my essay, and then we immediately left for Scotland, and now I'm back. And I do have another essay due, but it's shorter and it's not due until later in April, so it's just not quite as like intense, hardcore library hours yet. I'm still, you know, plugging away at it here and there and working on my dissertation, but yeah, I feel like I'm back. It's springtime weather at Oxford, so it feels more like the break time, if that makes sense. But yeah, speaking of getting back from Scotland, I thought that I would show you some of the little souvenirs that I got. I didn't go too crazy. I just went a little crazy because I just like buying things. And I don't know, I like to have little memento things. So the kind of first thing that I just got like some little things mostly, but I got like a few postcards. So I got this one when we were in Mallaig while we were waiting for the ferry to take us to Isle of Skye, because that's kind of like the mainland. And this is of the viaduct that you take to get to Mallaig. So we went over this on the train, and it's actually the viaduct that the Hogwarts Express goes over in Harry Potter. So I thought that that was a very cool postcard to have. And then I just got one with some Highland cows because of course. So this is just more general Scotland, but I got it at the same store. And then when we were in Loch Ness, I got this one, which is just like an illustration of the Loch Ness Monster. I wanted one like of the loch, but they didn't have very, I don't know, they just didn't really have any that I liked when I was there. But yeah, those are the three. And then also in Loch Ness, I have like a little mini snow globe collection. So I have some that I got for my own trip. And then I have some that friends and family have brought me when they've traveled. So I just got one of these little Nessie snow globes. I don't know if you can see her. She's got a little hat on too. And this is, what was that castle called? There's a castle in Loch Ness that you can tour when you're there. We went and saw it, but it was closed, so we couldn't actually walk through it. That's what's in the snow globe. It says Loch Ness and Nessie on this side, so I thought that was cute. And then also when we were there, I got these earrings. They're Highland cows. Ooh, there we go. Because, I mean, I had to. I was legally obligated when I saw them. But yeah, I wear studs like this all the time, and I thought it was cute. And yeah, I'm gonna put them in now. There we go. I like these kinds of souvenir things, like that you can actually use and wear, and then when you see it, it kind of like reminds you of the place. I don't know. Yeah, the one kind of like kitschy thing that I get is the snow globes, but like I have a bunch of those. It's kind of like my one little mini collection thing, so I like having those. I think they're cute. So then when we were in Edinburgh, I also got this snow globe. It's of the castle. Because I wanted just like a more general Scotland one that wasn't a lizard. But yeah, I thought it was pretty. We went into one little tourist shop that had snow globes, and it was like this size and 15 pounds, which I thought was crazy. So I was like, maybe I won't get one. But then I found this one, and I think it was like 6, which seemed more reasonable. But then my one kind of big thing that I got, which, I mean, it's not even like a big massive purchase, it was just like the bigger thing. I got one of these Islander UK bags. So it's a crossbody purse, and then this is the Harris tweed. So when we were in, I think Inverness, Glasgow and Inverness, and I got this in Edinburgh. So you see these in like all of the kind of tourist shops. So it is a very touristy thing, but like I don't care because I am a tourist, so it's fine. And I think that they're quite cute. The Harris tweed is a very Scottish thing. So yeah, my friends had asked when we were in there, like if the bags were locally made, and they said that, you know, the Harris tweed it's a Scotland company, and the bags are designed there. The tweed is made there, but parts of the bag aren't. But that doesn't really, I get why people would then not like be as into it as a souvenir, but for me that wasn't a big deal because the important part was made there, and in my mind it's tied to Scotland. But yeah, I thought it was quite cute and a more practical souvenir, not that I needed it, but I think it's fun. So yeah, I'm very excited about those, and that's it. That's my little mini haul. Today, over the weekend, I was just I was exhausted when we came back because the trip was very go, go, go. We basically did a different city a day. I think that my favorites were, I mean, it's hard to choose between Isle of Skye and Edinburgh because they're very different vibes. One is obviously very like, one's a city, and then the other is very, more natural nature, like it's a little island, so you're doing hikes and stuff like that, and you're seeing more of the landscape, so it's kind of hard to compare and pick a favorite. But yeah, I really enjoyed Edinburgh. I would have liked to have more time there. I think that if we'd had an extra day, the one thing that I'm kind of disappointed about that we didn't do, or that I like would have done if we'd had more time, would be to go up to Arthur's Seat, which if you watched my vlog, you would have seen we went to Calton Hill, I think it was called, and you can see Arthur's Seat from there. And if my friends watch this, they'll laugh because it's become a running joke that I hate walking places and hiking, which is kind of true. I don't enjoy an incline in general, but Arthur's Seat, we decided not to do it because we looked it up and it said it takes about 2 hours, and probably more because like you're stopping for pictures and starting to like appreciate the view. You're not just head down going. And since we didn't have a lot of time in Edinburgh, we were like, well, we can see it from Calton Hill, which is like, online it said a 20-minute walk. It did not take that long to walk up there. You just walk straight up. And then I think it's more like, oh, it'll take about 20 minutes to go and see each viewpoint. But yeah, so we could see Arthur's Seat from there. I think if we'd had another day, we would have done it. The hike is not what draws me to it, but the legend is that it's one of the possible seats of Camelot. And because I've done so much Arthurian literature and King Arthur stuff, I think that would have been quite cool to do. But like, how disappointed can I be that we didn't have to walk up the big steep hill? But you know, that's something that we probably would have done if we had more time. So yeah, I would definitely love to go back. I really enjoyed the Harry Potter tour that me and Anika did. It's really short. You kind of just go through the cemetery and then down Victoria Street, which is perhaps the inspiration for Diagon Alley. But the tour takes about an hour and a half because they tell you all the history of everything, and it's quite cool. And then Anika and she had looked up these other kind of Harry Potter locations, so we went and had a butterbeer in the Elephant Cafe and looked through some little shops and explored Victoria Street a little bit. And then we went to some of these other Harry Potter locations, like where J.K. Rowling has her handprints outside the city chambers, I think it's called, because she won the city award. And then we also went to the hotel where she finished writing Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. It was a very, very nice trip, and I'm really glad that we got to do that. And very thankful to Gaia for organizing everything and Anika planning our kind of daily itinerary. But yeah, so over the weekend, since it was so go, 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 I was just kind of like exhausted by the time we got back, so I was resting up. But yeah, today I'm going to head out and I'm reading Avenging Angel because, I mean, release day is tomorrow, so ideally I would finish it by then, but like, I don't know if I would probably be able to. But we'll see. We'll see how far I get. So I'm going to go walk around a little bit, and then I'm not sure. We'll see. It looks warm out, so maybe there will be a spot outside where I can sit, or I might just go to the Pembroke MCR and read a little bit, just for, you know, a change of scenery. I don't want to be holed up in my room all day. So I don't know if this outfit is quite weather appropriate yet. I don't know if like bare legs is the way to go, but I'm just gonna go for it. I'm wearing an Abercrombie dress underneath this, and then I just put a little belt to tuck in my oversized And Other Stories sweater, because I really wanted to wear this, and I had it with a maxi skirt, but it just didn't work. So I put it on with this, and I think it looked better, even if I'm a little bit cold. Gonna head out and hopefully get a bunch of reading done. as you can see, I'm back in my room now. I've been here for a while, but I thought I'd give a little update from the day. I went and walked around just down the high street and everything earlier, and then I went and sat in the MCR and read some Avenging Angel. I got a really good chunk read, and I'm really enjoying it. It's, Kristen Ashley is like my go-to comfort read. I reread her books a lot. They're kind of, I guess you could call them romantic thrillers because there's usually some sort of like crime subplot, but I find them very like slice of life, and I don't know, I just really enjoy them. Some of them are longer, but like I can get through them really quickly, and I always wind up going back and be like, I want to reread this one scene, and then I wind up rereading the whole book. And Avenging Angel is a Rock Chick spin-off, and Rock Chick is kind of Kristen Ashley's like biggest series. I mean, she's written a lot. She's written like 50 plus books. But yeah, Rock Chick is kind of like her original, what she's known for. And I really love that series. I love the first few books. As it kind of goes on, I find that like, this is just a me thing. I don't think that this would annoy other people, but it's just like something that irks me is that a lot of they start like referring to themselves as the Rock Chick, and they call the guys the Hot Bunch, and they like will tell the new girls, like explain like, oh, this is how your relationship is gonna pan out, and like it just becomes a little bit, it's like wink wink nudge nudge, and it's very like a middle school cliquey kind of thing, and I don't, like I said, I don't think that would annoy other people, but it's something that I didn't love about the later Rock Chick books. And she'd written another Rock Chick spinoff, and I think that one also took place in Denver. And I only read the first book, and that was kind of the same thing. It was sort of a Rock Chick / Dream Man spinoff, because it was about Hawk's kind of like new batch of commandos, the younger crew, and I did really enjoy them because I love Kristen Ashley's writing and everything, but the Rock Chicks would come in and be like, we understand everything about your man and your relationship, and it was just these like random women coming in and telling her how she should act with this man that they don't even actually know. So it was just like kind of, I don't know, I was like, and the girls just go along with it, but I was like, if it was me, I would be like, get away from me. And the main character in that book was a little bit too, I'm a super special woman kind of thing. Like, she literally trips in a shoe store, and then she has this epiphany, and she's like, he loves me because I'm not like other girls. And she really judges her sister for like wearing makeup. I don't know. It was a lot. So I didn't continue with that series. So when I found out that Avenging Angel was a Rock Chick spinoff, I was a little nervous because I didn't love the other one, but I'm really, really loving this one so far. I really like the main character. I think that so far it seems like maybe a little heavier on the thriller aspects, or not thriller, but like some of the crime things going on, because like basically the guys are all like private investigators or involved in law enforcement in some way, and then the women usually somehow get themselves tangled up in something nefarious. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this so far. The male lead is one of the boys who is adopted by Charlene in the original Rock Chick series, and he's the one that was like skinnier and awkward and whatever, and then you see him all grown up, and I don't know, it's very, very fun, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So I'm very, very grateful to have been part of, I signed up for Kristen Ashley's influencer program, so that's how I got the arc of this, and yeah, I'm just loving it so far, and I'm very, very happy and grateful to have received that. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing today, and then I've also been just kind of chilling here. After I was reading in the MCR, I went and got some groceries because I'd cleaned everything and cleaned myself out before Scotland, and so I went and got some stuff for the week. And then yeah, I came back and had dinner, and now I've been chilling, but I'm gonna go have tea with the girls because so Eloise was doing Lent, and that was obviously over on Sunday, and she made some mini eggs cookies, so now she gave up like sweets and some other stuff for Lent, and now she can eat them again, so she made some mini egg cookies, and apparently there's one with my name on it. So I'm going to head down and have some tea and hopefully a cookie. So very nice start to the week. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another day. I just had a chill night in, had a nice visit with the girls, and then came back to my room and I kind of just hung out for a bit and then got ready for bed because it wasn't super late, but it was later. But then today I've just been kind of puttering around here. I cleaned the kitchen, so we have these like drying racks, and I thought our drying rack looked gross. So I washed the drying rack and then washed all the dishes that were in it as well. And then I've been kind of cleaning my room a little bit, and I did a bunch of, like, took a few pictures and some stuff for my book talk and bookstagram, which was really nice because I feel like I wasn't, since I've been at Oxford, I haven't been posting very much on there, which is prior to coming to Oxford, I was posting almost every day, and I really like doing it, so I want to be better at keeping up with it this coming term and over the summer. So hopefully I will be able to manage that. But yeah, I just did a bunch of stuff, which was fun. And don't know, it's not super nice out, but I might go for a walk later, but we'll see, because I think I'm gonna go to the gym with Eloise and Gaia. The last couple weeks of the term, we weren't really going because we were all just so busy with stuff, which I think was fair enough. But yeah, probably going to be getting back into it now. So I might do that later, and I'm also continuing to read Avenging Angel because it's release day today, which is very exciting and fun. Close to being done that. Probably over the next couple of days I'll be able to finish, hopefully. Good morning, everybody. It's actually Thursday today because I wasn't feeling super great yesterday, so I kind of just hung around at home and didn't really do too much other than laundry, which is why I once again have a bunch of stuff hanging around, so just ignore that. But today I've had another relaxed morning. I finished a book because I finished Avenging Angel yesterday morning, and then this always happens when I read a Kristen Ashley book. I just immediately want to start rereading a whole bunch. But instead of rereading one, I read one of the Rock Chick books that I haven't read, because I've read most of them, but there's a couple, actually like 2 and 3 I haven't read, and then I've read most of the other ones because there's a lot in the series, and Avenging Angel is like a spin-off of the Rock Chick series, so I really enjoyed that. But I read book 2, and I thought that I would like it more than I did. I thought it was okay, but the heroine was just like, I don't know. I feel like it would have been better if the ending was better, because the ending was just kind of, there wasn't really any resolution. She spent the whole book being like, he's gonna leave me the minute I'm not like a damsel in distress anymore. So everything is resolved, and she's like, I'm breaking up with you, and he says no. She's just like, okay, and that's the end of the book. But yeah, other than that, I still enjoyed it because I always enjoy a Kristen Ashley book. But yeah, not my favorite in the series, but not my least favorite, so it was good. But now I'm going to head out because I've been talking about it for a really long time. I'm gonna go to the Ashmolean Museum. I looked it up and I thought that it was that you did have to pay admission, but maybe students got in for free, but I think admission is just free all around. So I'm going to go there and check it out. So, wow, they have so much stuff in there. It's just jam-packed. I think a lot of it, like at least the artifacts, are like models or replicas, which makes sense. I think my favorite was the cast. Those are always kind of my favorite. Again, a lot of them are models, but even though some of them were done a really long time ago as well, so that's kind of like cool in itself. But I think you definitely have to go back like multiple times, because I was there for a couple hours and I didn't even get through anything. So yeah, it's definitely like, I didn't realize they had like quite that much stuff. I knew it was like a big museum, or like big compared to anywhere I've been. But yeah, I didn't realize it would be like that full, but it was very cool. So you could kind of see they had like a lot of ancient Egyptian stuff, ancient Greece, ancient Rome. They had an India section, Japan, China. I didn't really get through much of the China, and I saw part of Japan. I'm not sure if there was more rooms to what I saw. There probably was. And then they had the whole third floor was, I mean, it wasn't the entire second floor. They had other stuff too, but it was a lot of the artwork, which was also very, very cool to see. But yeah, I would definitely go again to try to see more of the rooms and go through it again, because I'm sure you like miss stuff, and see something new every time you go through. But yeah, very, very cool thing to do. I'm glad I did that. I got caught in the rain on the way there, and it was raining again by the time I came out, but I actually pulled out my umbrella as I was leaving the museum. But yeah, very nice way to spend an afternoon. But now I'm back here and I'm going to chill out for a little bit and probably do some more reading. Hello again. This morning I've just been doing some work at home here, and even though it looks kind of windy and unpleasant outside, I'm going to go for a walk now for a change of scenery, and see what I can see and get up to. I also need to swing by Pembroke anyway to pick up, I think I have some mail. So I'm gonna swing by there really quickly on the way back. But yeah, it's just been another chill day so far, which has been nice. I'm not really sure. I do have an essay coming up, so I'm working on that. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have much plans for the rest of the break, so I'm gonna need to figure out what to do to fill my time in Oxford. So yeah, that's what I'm up to today. So I had a nice walk this morning. I just kind of walked a loop around, and I went to get my mail because I knew that I had this. So basically they gave every student in Oxford one of these. It's Oxford Reads Kafka. I'm pretty sure it's just the Metamorphosis, and then there might be a few other things in it, because they're the Bodleian and the Faculty of Medieval and Modern Languages are doing a bunch of exhibitions and a bunch of stuff on Kafka. It's actually one of the things that I think I'm going to be working on for the practicum, which will be cool. The one that the Taylor Editions, that Taylor Editions is doing with the Taylorian. So that will be quite cool. But yeah, then I came back here, and I don't think I've mentioned, but I've been going on a real Kristen Ashley binge since I read Avenging Angel. So including Avenging Angel, I've read 3 books so far this week, and I started another one. This one is a reread though. It's one of my favorite from the Chaos series, because Motorcycle Man is in the Dream Man series, but it starts the Chaos series, and that one's one of my favorites that I reread all the time. But then I also reread this one, which is Ride Steady. It's probably my favorite that's just like straight chaos, if you don't count Motorcycle Man. But anyway, I think me and my friends are also going to maybe have another reality TV binge session this evening, so I'll be doing that tonight, which should be quite fun. And tomorrow I think I'm going to go to either the Radcam, maybe the Old Bod Library, or perhaps the Rhodes House Library to study. We'll see. I'll have to double check if it's open on Saturdays. I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, we talked about making plans for this weekend, so should get up to something exciting at some point. And I think I'd forgotten to mention, me and my friend Anika were supposed to go to that ball in London that was based on A Court of Thorns and Roses. However, a week before the date, we were supposed to go like the day after we got back from Scotland, but a week before the date of the ball, so the day before we left for Scotland, we got an email that it had been cancelled because basically their bank accounts had been frozen or something. It was a little sketchy, but the ball was cancelled, so we couldn't go, which was really disappointing. However, me and a couple, unfortunately Anika can't come to this ball, but me and a couple other friends are going to go to the Taylor Swift ball, because there's a Taylor Swift Society at Oxford and they're hosting one at Oxford's Museum of Natural History. So I'll still get to wear all the stuff that I had. My giant pink dress that you often see in the background, which is probably more appropriate for Lover era Taylor Swift than A Court of Thorns and Roses anyway, but I would have made it work. But yeah, I'm quite excited for that. So that'll be happening in a couple of weeks. And I'm also hoping to go into London more over the break as well, just to explore. So yeah, that's some of the stuff that I've been kind of planning for over the break. It's been a nice week. I feel like I've gotten back into reading because I didn't read much for fun this term because I had so much reading to do for my English class that I was taking. So it's nice to get to do some of the stuff just for fun. Hello again, everybody. Saturday today. So last night we had a reality TV marathon. We finished the end of season 1 of The Ultimatum. Me and another girl had already seen it, but a couple of them hadn't, so we've been watching it. But that was quite fun. And then this morning, I think we're going to go meet up for lunch, and then a couple of us are going to go do some work in the rad cam. So that should be good, hopefully productive. But yeah, that's kind of my main plans for today. And then we talked about maybe going out tonight and going to like a pub or the piano bar or something. So that should be quite fun because we haven't done too much of that. I think because our residence building isn't really in the center of town, we haven't done that as much as maybe if we'd lived like a little closer. We're not like that far, but I don't know, it's just far enough that you don't like pop down for it, I guess. But yeah, so that should be quite nice to do tonight. Gonna head out, not sure where we're having lunch, and then we might try the dessert cafe after, just because. Hello again. So I think last time I saw you, I was in the rad cam. So me, Eloise, and Gaia went and studied there for a little while and then came back to Gab. So I was just like chilling out, reading, watch some TV. But we're going to try to go to Sandy's piano bar tonight. So they do like live piano. Not sure how busy it'll be, so we might wind up going somewhere else, but this is what I decided to wear. So I am perhaps slightly overdressed, but I don't care. I got this top for like $10 at Winners, and I'm incredibly proud of that because I feel like it was a steal. And these pants are also from Winners, but yeah, haven't gone to wear them very much, and I'm very excited because they're very fun. But yeah, we all decided to get a little more dressed up tonight to go, so I'm quite excited and it should be fun. I've been to Sandy's once, and it was a cool vibe. So yeah. Should be fun. Should be a fun night. Hopefully it won't be too packed and we'll be able to make our way in. But if not, we'll find somewhere else. And I feel like anywhere else we would also be like even more overdressed for. So hopefully it works out. Hello again, everybody. So I think I showed a couple of clips from Piano Bar last night, which was really fun. Like I said, I'd been there once before, and I feel like the first time I was there, it was, compared to this time, there's a few other people our age, but in general, the clientele was definitely like a little bit older, which I think actually makes sense because it's like the kind of place where if you're older, you would maybe go on a night out instead of like one of the pubs or bars here or whatever that are very full of students and very full of undergrads a lot of the time. But it was still a really fun vibe, so would totally go back there again. We were there for a little while, and then we went to the Lamb and Flag, which is a pub, and had a drink. It's actually one of the ones that the Inklings would meet at occasionally, so they have like an elvish something in Elvish above the door when you walk in and everything, so it's cool. Went there and then came back here. So I've had a pretty chill morning. I've just been reading because I'm feeling very smug. I've read 4 books this week because I've just been on a real binge. But I think I'm just gonna hang around here today because I'm doing my like twice weekly TikTok review thing for my dissertation this week, and I prefer to do it here than at a library. So I have that to do today, and that's really the only like thing that I have to get done today. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna finish the book that I'm currently reading, and that's kind of my plan for today. So it's gonna be very, very chill. So I think I'll maybe just say bye here, and I'll see you in the next one.